The fuck?
Hello ladies and gentlemen of the internet, it's RJ, and today we'll be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Ultraman Zoffy. Starting with articulation, we actually have a completely different setup to the Ultra Acts. Starting with the head, instead of being attached like pretty much every other Ultra Act figure, instead of a ball peg, it's just this simple peg right here that the head swivels around on. Get in there. Double ball joint for the neck. The shoulders kinda suck dick. You get this movement just fine. The upper lip up here gets stuck almost constantly, which is pretty dandy. You have to pull it down, and then the torso kinda eats it, so I don't know how this silver paint is gonna hold over time. Double hinged elbows with this swivel. I'm not gonna comment on how that looks. Hinged wrists. Ball joint for the torso. Or rather, multiple ball joints. I'm a little bit indecisive on these hips. They work much better on some of the other figures I have that have them. Here they just kind of go out here and that's about it. So not terribly far, but it's not terribly limited either. Swivel for the thigh. Double hinged knees. And then these kind of shitty joints for the ankles. There's another style of ankle. There's a cut right here in the foot. And I guess that's much better for outward movement, but I guess this is serviceable. Not really, but it's there. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. And then finally the fabled toe hinge, which is actually not going very far. Now, while articulation is different, the main point this figure shines on is definitely detail. As you can see, this is pretty much a perfect one-to-one recreation of the original suit. Silver is a lot duller than it is on the Ultra Acts, which are more metallic looking. We have the star marks, and he's got a lot of them. It makes me uncomfortable, seriously. They go very far down into his chest. You have the stripes all throughout. His back fin is nice and saggy. It's pretty good. And then you have some wrinkling on the hand, so it looks more suit-like. So overall, if you prefer suit accuracy, this is definitely the figure you're going to want over the Ultra Act, and even then, this is probably the figure you're going to want anyway because it's got the updated engineering. For accessories, we have this pair of nice splayed-out gribbity-grabbity hands, a pair of flat chopping hands, which would be great for the Z-Ray that he doesn't come with, one holding hand and the beta capsule, this dead Ultraman head, a red color timer that's way too much of a pain in the ass to get into the actual figure, much like the original Zoffy, and finally this very nice effect piece for the M87 Ray. It's cast in a blue plastic and has this nice little white spray towards the base. Moving on to packaging, we have this absolutely gorgeous box with a picture of the old scary-ass Showa suit on it. The markings on the box are supposed to be representative of Zoffy's markings. Here we have his name, Tamashii Nations, Bandai, the whole dog and pony show. On the back we have some promo shots, and the eyes actually look a little bit nicer on here than they do on the figure. They're a little bit more yellow looking. No bluefin sticker, we just have Zoffy gazing directly into the camera, please call the police. Nothing up top. And then we have this kind of vectorized picture of Zoffy with his name. For scaling, here is Zoffy with his Ultra Act predecessors, and as you can see, he looks like a little baby. Not as tall and not as muscular, but definitely more suit accurate. So overall a solid but definitely interesting release. The articulation and the accessory count could be improved, namely less scene-specific bullshit and better arm articulation. But for what you're getting, namely the detail and the fact that the engineering is definitely much improved to the Ultra Acts, you're getting a very solid release for the price, especially if you're a fan of the character.